Alrighty, guys, I am bringing you a very exciting game. Actually, I was already trying to get MiaaaM and AliFoRiA to play against each other, and finally, when we got this match, it will be a really cool one, as these guys are really great players. Recently, I've been playing quite a few games with the MiaaaM, and of course, I know Ali for a longer time. We were in the same clan, of course. In LSP, so I quite know him. So me, I'm playing the purple Zerg in the middle left position against AliFoRiA playing the orange Protoss in the right middle position. So it's a PvZ. I like this matchup. To be honest, I don't really like same race matchups like PvP or TVT and so on. I tend to prefer different matchups. So in this case, if Protoss doesn't manage to do some harassment in the economy of the Zerg player, they have to find out something, because the Zerg in one-on-one tends to go for, or the Zerg players go for chokes like 90% of the time. And if the Protoss player cannot go through the choke or cannot damage that, and then after that, if the drops are not successful, then they really have to find out something crazy in order to win, because by this time the Zerg player can also by this time the Zerg player can get big and can do whatever he wants to. But let's not go so far ahead. At the moment, what we can see is the choke that I mentioned. So Zerg players tend to make a choke just to feel safe, and sometimes Protoss players abuse it by sending some probes, as AliFoRiA is doing right now, and some zealots to kill it as soon as possible. Because if the Zerg player manages to get the choke up, then after that it just takes a lot of effort to break that. So AliFoRiA is trying to use these probes to prevent the drones from making the sunkens, but MiaaaM made a great job. He brought several drones, so he was able to build quite a few creep colonies and sunkens, of course. But the zealots are coming now. Okay, I sense a bit of a lag. I think the guys might also sense that. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, so the zealots are coming now, but I think they will just head back as soon as they can't go out, so can't go inside, because the choke and the Zerglings are blocking the way. Yep. Okay, so he changed his mind. I mean, he didn't go back, but rather went inside just to find some damage. Whatever damage he can do with these two zealots is fine at this phase of the game. But MiaaaM has quite a few Zerglings, so he will be able to deal with this kind of early attack, or not an attack but a harassment. So AliFoRiA is not using these two zealots, of course, to kill him, but just to do any kind of harassment he can. Okay, I think this game is quite laggy, so I will ask the other guy to leave. Yep. Right, so well, that's I don't think that's the case, but anyway, alright, the game seems to be stabilizing, and I think lag might have cessated. We will see. Yeah, right now it seems to be back. Yeah. Okay, so MiaaaM is just struggling to keep the choke. He managed to kill now these two zealots that poured into his base, and right now he can focus on the defense, while Ali just went for 2 extra nexus. He's going for the great macro game right now. He's just sending these zealots again, and I thought he will be pouring in, but he doesn't do it right now. He's going for the sunken colonies just to trying to kill them, but I think these zealots won't be enough, and eventually MiaaaM will be able to stabilize, especially supporting these sunkens by some lings. So having zerglings with these sunken colonies are essential, or is essential. Yep. So AliFoRiA is just heading back, and he's sending some reinforcements, and he'll regroup right here. Right, so it's MiaaaM is absolutely still in the game, so he shouldn't give up, of course. Though AliFoRiA is a bit ahead in supply and eco, but of course, at this phase of this game, or at the phase of games, this is quite normal for the Protoss player to be ahead of the Zerg player in supply. And right now MiaaaM is just coming inside the Zerglings and try to go for the probes, but the placement of the pylons, of course, they are nicely placed, and the Zerglings couldn't really find a good attack surface, and they weren't able to carry out damage to the probes. But it was a nice try anyway. He just had to send some links and also do some scout just to check out where the tech is going on at AliFoRiA's base, who is going for Citadel, so most probably we will see some Templar drops anytime soon. This is the second game, this is the second phase of a PvZ game. So the first phase is always coming with the zealots and trying to do some damage at the choke, trying to break it, or going inside and do some damage there. And if it's not successful, then the Protoss players go for drops, because they really have to damage the economy of the Zerg player. They cannot let him or let them grow. But to be honest, this attack is doing much more than I expected. So MiaaaM might be in a problem if he doesn't make more Zerglings, because these zealots killed all of the existing sunkens, and new ones are being built, but this is a huge damage. So having zealots here is not the thing you want to experience as a Zerg player. But anyway, he's making some Zerglings, and he will be slowly but surely be able to clear this attack. But in the background, AliFoRiA is just getting prepared for drops, and goes on with the Templar drop or Templar tech. So the second phase of the game is drops. Protoss player has to go for several drops and try to kill all these drones, otherwise he's in trouble. And then the phase 3 well, depends on the drops. If the drops are successful, then phase 3 is about sending mass units, dragoons and zealots, and kill the Zerg player, because they won't really have an economy. And that will be the last phase. But if the drops are not successful, then the third phase is about getting some crazy stuff or cheesy stuff. It can be carriers, for example, or going for recalls and mass reavers and Templars, of course, because once Zerg survives the drop phase, then of course he's big. He has hatcheries, he has economy, he can build whatever he wants to, he can go for a mass army, and the ground army of the Protoss cannot fight that. So Hydras supported by Guardians and Zerglings are impossible to beat with only Zealots and Dragoons. So that's why, after an unsuccessful drop attempt, Protoss really needs some cheese to be able to win. One option might be in this case is going for cannons right here and some reavers at the back, and going for mass carriers to be able to kill the main of the Zerg player, especially if they are in this position, because this middle position is very bad, so it's like impossible to defend the main. Okay, so the drop was successful. AliFoRiA just managed to drop some Templars, and he managed to kill all these drones. That was a nice move. MiaaaM was not really able to focus here. I think he was just trying to control his Hydras and was hoping to kill the correct shuttle. So he didn't really dodge. The dodge was not really a good one in that case, so he lost the drones, which, well, at the moment it's a huge problem. So when a player loses all his eco, then it's really a hard time getting back. Even if someone manages to save just a few workers, it's still a pain in the ass, so to say, getting back your economy. And yep, this is the part when the Protoss player continues the drops. He really has to do that. If the first drop is successful, then quite a few drops are followed by that. If the first drop is not so successful, then it's always harder to go for the drops, because the Zerg player can produce Hydras and be able to defend. So the second drop is coming inside, and he unlocks the Zealots and soon the Templar. Okay, this time the dodge was a bit more successful, but AliFoRiA still was able to kill quite a few drones, so he managed to find that dodge, that spread of dodge, and kill some drones. But the situation is still better for MiaaaM at the moment, so he could save some drones and is able to continue getting back down. Some cannons are being built here just to protect against Hydras coming outside, but AliFoRiA shouldn't be fearing that, because when a Zerg is being dropped, then constantly, and the newer drop is on the way. So when a player is being dropped, of course, he just keeps all his units up here trying to defend. And yep, so MiaaaM is doing a great job by spreading some Zerglings and Overlords on the map just for a vision, and now he sees the drop, so he can prepare for that, which he does right now. And one Dragoon is just coming outside on the part of Eli. He's trying to clear the links, and now the yeah, nicely dodged. So yeah, MiaaaM was doing a great job. He's sending all his drones. Yep, and he has yeah, made a burrow, so that's quite nice. Let's see if oh my god, okay. So Eli managed to see see that, and yeah, it's over. So basically GG, alright.